What do you think that Boko Haram is trying to achieve?
If I know, probably I would not be sitting here because nobody knows. Because first of all, what they are saying is not tenable. If they say they are setting up an Islamic State, how do you set up an Islamic State? Over dead bodies? You destroy all the structures, you drive away people, you kill them. So what kind of empire are you setting up? Or is it that you want to start tabula rasa? There's no on a clean. You want to start a country on a clean slate without anybody there? So it's very difficult to understand because in other climes where rebels fight, when they liberate a territory, they rehabilitate everything. They do whatever it is. You go to eastern Ukraine, you see what I'm talking about. Even though it's their own territory, they claim their own sovereignty against the central government of the Ukraine. At least they are maintaining services there. But in other places like Congo, where Congo has been in friction since independence in July 1960, up to this day, there was not a single day there's no rebellion in Congo. But whoever is the rebel, how does the rebel settle down in Congo and start mining? So they have this, their incentive there is really to explore the resources. Nobody knows exactly what Boko Haram wants. Only Boko Haram knows, and since Boko Haram they kept their secret, we don't know how they operate, so it's very difficult to say. But definitely, whatever it is a nuisance value. Destabilize, kill, destroy infrastructure. Not only destroy schools, destroy mosques, destroy churches, destroy anything, even break the bridges so they will not be pursued.
You know, a number of people have said our maybe reluctance or not redesigning our security architecture over the years is what is catching up with us now. But if you look at some of the recommendations from the Security Subcommittee at the National Conference, they came up with some recommendations. They talked about establishing a national guard that will be responsible for border protection, internal conflict management and special operations. And then they also talked about creating the Ministry of Homeland Security Services to replace the existing Ministry of Police Affairs. If we were to even implement some of these, for instance, would they help in any way, do you think?
Well, it's possible. It's possible, but you know, as I said earlier in this program, you see, in Nigeria, we have perfected this act. When an institution is not working, create more institutions. Everybody has surrendered to inefficiency of our border management. Only we believe that we have a porous border. Cameroon, our border with Cameroon is 1,860 kilometers, from Lake Chad to Bakassi. You dare cross into Cameroon. Pick any forest, whether it is through Gashaka, Mambila, anywhere, just pick anywhere. Whether it's from Cross River, whether from Adamawa, or from Taraba, or from Bonu, cross there. Within 30 minutes, the gendarme will pick you.
And we are a bigger country.
Of course.
Landmass.
So,
why can't we do this?
So we have surrendered. We have a forest border. We cannot. So please give me a break. Eventually, if you set up a border, whatever they call it, you are just duplicating efforts. You are not punishing those who refuse to do their jobs. Why should we be lamenting that we have so and so entry points that are not manned? Whose responsibility is it? We have been independent for how many years now? 54 years? We still don't know where to recruit people and put them there. If Niger Republic, with just about 15, 16 million people, with our border from where River Niger comes into Nigeria, all the way to Lake Chad, another, I think, 1,560 kilometers. Desert area. Cross over and see what will happen to you. They will pick you. That's why Boko Haram, when they did cross into Cameroon gendarmes arrested them, took them to court. They are given summary sentences, 20 years and so on and so on. What do we do here? We are lamenting. We are not capable of doing anything anymore. But as they say, in those days of my primary school, they learning English, there's a little book. One of the stories is that a bad workman quarrels with his tools. A bad carpenter says, oh yes, his saw is not working, or his blade is this and that. A barber says maybe his blade is not sharp, and so on and so on. So you always find an excuse. I think we should do a better job than what we are doing.
In other words, I mean, we need to face the stark reality. When we put people in positions, we shouldn't even, because I mean, there's this, what was that word we use? Man, no man. And then some of them end up being untouchables. If they don't perform their functions. You can try some people in court. You don't see which big man has gone to court. And so all of these things, are they coming back to haunt us?
Of course they are. When you lose discipline, then you lose everything. How do you explain some of the things that have happened to us? Just a year ago, some few months, I think a year, 2 months ago, in Nasarawa, 87 soldiers and SSS people were ambushed and killed. Up to this day, not a single person was taken to any court of law. In fact, one of the operatives said that they have forgiven those people. Okay, if you have forgiven them, what happened to the families? What happened to the wives and children of those people? 87 men, 87 people from army and police, or from police, or from SSS, they are grown-up, matured people whose family already. We have an extended family system. So 87. How do you know how many people you disenfranchise? So if you say you have forgiven the murderers, what happened? Have you rehabilitated the people? No. So if those people who did it in Nasarawa do it again, what will you do again? So we have sacred cows. Now again, if what has been happening in Borno and Yobe and Adama was all the emergencies and checkpoints all over the place. At one time, even the telephone lines were cut so that there will not be communication between the terrorists among themselves. The more that we do that, the more they confront us. How do you defend attacking Giwa barracks? The place has been made a division. It's a division now. What we used to have in the good old Nigeria was 1st Infantry Mechanized Division in Kaduna, 2nd Division in Ibadan, 82nd Division in Enugu. Now we came with, I think, Brigade of Guards in Lagos is now also made a division, either 81 Division or something like that. Then you have a 3rd Armored Division in Jos. Then suddenly, because of this crisis, everybody was saying, how the Chief of Army Staff should move to Maiduguri, the Head of State, the Commander-in-Chief has not gone there. They now made it a division. But then, the general officer commanding was somebody aimed at him. So you can see the indiscipline that is happening now. Again, when you keep retiring army or police or whatever, by putting the chief from a lower rank, you retire all those people above him, all the money you spent, all the experience, you have thrown it over the board. You keep doing that. Then, again, if people are disgruntled, like Boko Haram people, and already you have this big number of people who retired from the services, you didn't pay their entitlements. Their children are bitter. They themselves are bitter. So if you have some disgruntled among them, greater ones among them, who want to take revenge. Otherwise, ordinary people like Boko Haram supporters, why do they get these master sharpshooters, trainers, to handle all these sophisticated weapons?
Well, I'm afraid we'll have to let it go there. We've been speaking with Alhaji Mahmud Othman, the Public Affairs Analyst and a delegate at the National Conference. Well, yes, indeed, several suggestions have come several times also on this program about what we need to do, but everyone waits to see what we do and how we approach all of this. For instance, everybody's asking, have those equipment arrived, for instance, for the military? And too many questions, aren't there? Well, we'll be back in just a moment. We've got another matter coming up today on the program, so please join us again.